Hey everybody, it's been a couple of days since I was able to upload a video because I've just not had the time to get down to the forge as much as I wanted to. So I thought I'd take a few minutes to show y'all some of the knives and things that I've made in the past and I've actually been able to hold on to a few of them. And I guess I'll start with this little hanger sword or short sword. I forged this. If you'll look at the, if you see that. I don't know if you can see that verse here on the blade, but that pretty much explains it all. Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares into swords, and that's actually what I did with this sword. It was an old plowshare that belonged to my great grandfather that I found in some of his old stuff, and I actually forced it into this blade and give it a nice curly maple handle. I hope you can see that okay. I hope you can tell in the light. I know it's not the best light, but it's about the best I can do right now. And give it a little wrought iron guard, or it's not wrought iron, it's mild steel. And I've got what they call a broken sword knife. You know, this knife, it looks a lot like an old bayonet, but it's not. It was actually a saber. Ames and Company, I believe, made it. Used to, you could actually see the date and the maker, and I've had it a few years, but it was almost rusted in two and broke. So I cut it and just reforged the tip and give it this stag handle. It's got a steel bolster, and because I didn't actually make this blade, I didn't forge the blade. Like I say, I just reforged the tip of the blade. I didn't put my maker's mark anywhere on the blade out of respect for the original makers, and I don't want to take credit for anything that I didn't do, but I did. I don't know if the camera can get up there and see that. I put my mark on the steel handguard that I made for it. It's just an oval shaped handguard, and you can see the cross and the M is stamped on the forward face of that. And this is a long knife I did. It's made out of 5160 leaf spring from a Model A Ford. It's got a poured pewter bolster and a deer leg bone handle. I just kind of was partial to that one, and I held on to it for a pretty good while. And this little tomahawk here that I did, it's just a little small hatchet tomahawk, like a little belt hawk. It's a usually when I forge, I don't know if you can see this, usually when I forge a little axe or a tomahawk, I'll use mild steel and forge in a carbon steel bit at the end of the blade, but on this one I didn't. This is all solid 5160 spring steel, and but as far as the heat treat, I only hardened about the first inch, maybe 3/4 to an inch, just to get the edge on there, and I left the body of the blade, just left it in the soft state because they really don't need to be hardened. And it's got a little hickory tomahawk handle. And let's see what else we got here. This is my patch knife. This is the one that I carry on my bag when I shoot my muzzleloader. Another little patch knife. It's made out of an old piece of saw blade, pewter bolster, and a little deer antler handle, a little crown. Let's see what else I got here. Ebony. I just love this little knife. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would, as far as when I say better, as far as how I would like it. I mean, I really just kind of fell in love with it, and I've kept it. It's $10.95 with the ebony handle, poured pewter bolster. And what else we got out here? Not a whole lot, but I thought I'd show you what I had. Well, this kitchen chopper here, that's the big vegetable knife. I don't know if you can probably tell scale on the camera or not, but it's a pretty good sized blade. And it's just got a beautiful curly maple handle. And this light, probably the picture is don't do the stripe justice. But this was for a friend of mine who requested it, and it's done and ready to go out to him. It's made out of an old saw blade. Not cut out of an old saw blade. It's a piece of saw blade that I actually forged out. Also, in the future, I'm looking for. I'm trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers at least, and yes, I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet, but I'm trying to get to that, and I'm going to celebrate that by giving away a knife. And I'm in the future. I plan to make a few knives and give them away. So I thought maybe you might be interested in that. And now I think the last couple I got left is these old uglies here. And this little knife here is actually what inspired me to make this one is just this deer antler, the handle. It was just one I had in the shop that I don't know. I didn't do this. It was actually broken. I don't know if it was shot off the deer's head or what, but and I thought, you know, that would look pretty good on just an old rough knife, like maybe something you found under the old cabin floor or something. And so I kind of left it rough and crude. There's not the spine still kind of bumpy, hammer marks. Rough poured the pewter bolster, and but I just really like how that turned out. It's just, to me, that just looks like backwoods America in about 1750, 1700s, a long time ago. But anyway, I really like that one. And the last one I have to show is this copper bladed knife. Now, I usually don't make blades out of copper, but the book, Madison Grant's Knife in Homespun America, I'm sure probably everybody watching this video that likes old knives and old frontier stuff probably has that book. And I forget which page it's on, but I read about it, and I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was found up in Kentucky. The original was found in Kentucky, somewhere in Kentucky, maybe under a floor of an old cabin or in the wall or something. And it was forged out of copper and believed to have belonged to an Indian, and saw use about, I think it's dated 1790. With a deer leg bone handle. So I tried to replicate it as best as I could just out of the book, and it's ugly. I mean, there's nothing really pretty about it as far as style, and it's not very shiny, but to me, I mean, it's beautiful. It was just something about it that I really liked, and I wanted to reproduce it, and I think I got pretty close. And I did actually forge this out of solid brass, but I antiqued it. Or not brass, I'm sorry, it's copper. Did a little antique treatment on it to turn it, just to kind of give it some age. In 1790, it's probably not going to be nice and shiny copper under a cabin floor for 200 plus years. Also, about everything I make, not everything I make, but I post a lot of my work in the Contemporary Long Rifle Association's Facebook page. And if you don't know about the Contemporary Long Rifle Association, you ought to check them out. You can Google them, and that'll take you to their page and explain who they are and what they do. But it's just so much talent and so many artists. If you like these knives, I mean, I'm sure you'll love what you see there. There's guns, knives, swords. You should check them out. The Contemporary Long Rifle Association is like it's stuff like I make, but it's just tremendous talent and makers out there. And by the way, while I'm talking about that, it reminds me, I want to give a shout out and a hello to one of my buddies up in Kentucky, Verlin Consul. Verlin, I think you in Bowling Green. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry, but I think the last time we talked, it was Bowling Green. So, hey, Verlin. Don't forget, check out my page. Also, all the knives I make, I post them on my Facebook page, Chad Matthews. If you want to check them out, just look me up on Facebook. It'll be there. And I'm going to try to get more videos out. Like I say, here lately, I've just not had time to get down to the forge and do what I want to do. But days are coming. I'm going to get, I should be freed up, get a lot more free time, and I can get that done and get some more stuff on here. And but if you like what you see, if you like what I'm doing, if you like the direction I'm going, check out the page and like it and subscribe to it. Help me grow the page where I can get more stuff out to y'all for your enjoyment. I really appreciate you watching, taking the time to watch it, and I really appreciate the support that I'm getting so far on YouTube. I appreciate it. So until I can get something else put together, I'll see y'all in a few days. Thanks for watching.